It's an understatement to say that the mecha genre is not what it used to be. So whenever I see a more modern mecha series, I'm always a bit hesitant. But after finally watching Gurren Lagann, it is without a doubt my favorite mecha of all time. Allow me to explain. Gurren Lagann takes place in a world where humanity has been forced to live underground. It is about Simon the Digger, a boy who spends his day drilling tunnels for his village, and his big bro Kamina, a troublemaker who dreams of the surface and life above ground. Yada yada, a few scenes later, through sheer luck and determination, our boy is now accompanied by Yoko. Reach the surface and experience the vast desert that is the Earth. Yoko, having lived on the surface for some time, bring the two to an above-ground village and explain what's going on. Apparently there's another species called beastmen that pilot big mechas called gunmen that look the same as how I used to draw people. These beastmen kill whoever comes to the surface. Also, Simon has a gunman, but it's small. That's about it. But the real selling point of the show is the characters. These are some of the most enjoyable characters I have had the pleasure of watching in anime. Kamina, the biggest Chad in anime, he is hot-headed and irrational, always charging into battle, but still caring and looking out for Simon. Yoko is such a badass and yeah. Only downside is she flip-flops from being an angel to a bitch time to time. And Simon, kind of a wimp but will still take action when he has to. Speaking of Simon, he has some of the best character development I've ever seen. Seeing Simon going from simp to anti-simp is without a doubt the best part of the show. The end of this show was the first time I sat back after watching an anime and truly felt that I saw a person grow and change before my eyes. But this is just the main trio. The team expands and gives us more great characters, like sassy gay guy or blonde Kamina, who are all good in their own right. All of this, and I still haven't really talked about the big robots or the fights. Needless to say, the fights are, they're pretty good. Only a couple stood out as especially good, but they're bright and action-packed. Attacking your eyes and brain with flashy lights and flashier finishing moves. Using giant sunglasses to fight or turning into a giant drill, just random bullshit. It's pretty good. I almost forgot to mention, but the music in this show, amazing. The opening, ending, a fucking fight song. All such good songs, and as the fights build, so do the songs until they reach this amazing peak. The fight theme going from rap to opera, some of the craziest shit I've ever heard, but so good. Now it is time for me to talk about what many consider to be the cons of the show. Your mileage will vary depending on how you look at it. The fights, in fact the entire show, seems to throw all logic or realism out the window. Characters pull new abilities out of their ass or win fights they shouldn't have. You could argue this breaks the realism or ruins the rules of the Lagann universe. But there never really were any rules established, and the anime clearly doesn't take itself too seriously, or care about the realism. But you know what, I think that's a great thing. This anime is the prime example of when the main character's theme starts playing, or the power of friendship BS. It reminds me of when Jotaro and Dio start flying at the end of part 3. Sure, you could get annoyed and complain, but it's 10 times more enjoyable to sit back, turn your brain off, and look at the pretty colors. After all, this is an anime about a mecha that runs on 100% unadulterated manliness. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that Gurren Lagann is a perfect show. There's tons of tropes and deus ex machinas, but if you can overlook that, you get to enjoy an amazing coming-of-age story. A story of a boy forced to grow up in order to protect those he cares about. A boy thrust into a world that is trying to take everything away from him. The story of Simon the Digger.
Fight the power! Fight the power!
I was going to end it here, but that would be a little too serious for my liking. If you made it this far in the video, thank you very much. I wanted to get this out earlier, but I was super lazy when writing the script. But now that the school year is over, I should be more consistent with my uploads. So if you enjoyed it, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Well, that's it. It's hot as hell in this room. I closed all the windows and turned the fan off, and it's like 80 degrees out. So until next time, peace.
You're a simp!